Uh, my tea appointment's tomorrow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's been a while. Okay, so 2022. I realized I was non-binary. January. It's currently it's it's 6/9/2024. It's June 9th, 2024 right now. And I got on waitlist in January. And I was told that it would be an 8 to 10 month wait, so I kind of didn't even open up any possibility of getting a call earlier. And then I got the call a month ago or so. And it's been fucking insane. And something I'm going to say is that, like, I didn't even realize until I got the call how much my subconscious was like holding dysphoria back almost. Like, it's like all of a sudden, as soon as it got real, everything felt, first of all, so much more real in my own experience, my gender and my transness, which was really scary because it was real before, but like it was getting to a new depth level of feeling that felt really hard to handle at the beginning. But it also makes me feel so much more sure and so much more ready that like this is the right decision for me, you know? But now that I'm literally going to go get tea tomorrow, I've done my blood work. I feel insane. I feel so good. I feel so hopeful. And I think that I didn't realize until I started this transition process how little hope, or like how little care I had to hope in life before. And not necessarily in like a depressed way. Like, yes, I did struggle with mental health stuff my whole life, but it wasn't really in the traditional sense that you would think like I just didn't have hope, I want to give up. It was just like, it was more so the absence of something to look forward to. It felt like I couldn't picture who I was going to be because I just felt so empty. But I don't know. Let's talk about tea effects, I guess. In terms of how I'm actually feeling about getting on testosterone, I'm first of all really, really excited. When I first got on a waitlist, I felt ready. I felt ready as in I knew I wanted to at least try it, but I was scared and I didn't feel ready to actually see those changes happening and experience those effects. So I knew I needed some processing time, which is why I was glad that there was the waiting list anyway. But now that I'm actually here and I've had months of waiting, I very much feel ready. I've spent pretty much every day looking in the mirror, looking at my body, looking at my environment, and just imagining the person that I'm going to be and the person that I wish to be once I transition. And it's really changed my perspective of how I look at myself and when I see myself in the mirror. Although I recognize that I read as a girl to a lot of people in public, I just don't, my brain doesn't process it that way anymore. I don't see myself as a girl. I don't feel like a girl when I see myself at all. Even though I'm technically still I see the person transitioning. I don't see the person before my transition. You know, I see who I really am. I think I can really see who I really am. My face just looks different to me. My features perceive differently. It's like even if the same data is coming through my eyes, the way that it's analyzed in my brain feels different now. And I think that for me, I'm really glad that I was able to build this up before I started testosterone, because I think that I would be really afraid to see changes happening that I wasn't entirely ready for. But I think that now I really couldn't wait any longer, honestly. So some of the first few changes that I guess I expect to feel within like day 1 to 3 months, I think I'm just going to talk about what I'm most excited for. So there's going to be a bit TMI. So move along if you're like, I don't know, uncomfortable with that, or family. because it's a bit TMI. So I started off when I got on waitlists feeling pretty different than where I'm at now in terms of the effects that I wanted. And I started off feeling a lot more like I wanted to more so androgynize myself, rather than kind of search for marks of masculinity in like my physical expression. But after a lot of processing, I realized that from my experience personally and my relationship to my gender, I was actually just really afraid to feel that comfort and that desire to look more masculine because of all the comforts that come with holding on to attractive femininity, you know? So it wasn't really that I didn't want those masculizing features. I thought that I didn't, but it was actually just a lot of unlearning that I had to do personally. And I started off always wanting a more masculine face shape, so the fat redistribution on my face was something I'm very excited about, still super excited about. It's really up there for me on the list. A deeper voice, bitch, I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. I'm nervous about my voice because I do vocals and I do really like my voice, but it makes me dysphoric, honestly, so it's not gonna sound like a whole different person. It'll just sound like a deeper register, a more boy version of the way that I sound now. And it's gonna be really funny when my voice starts cracking, but it'll be so worth it. And your voice gets all scratchy, your throat hurts and all that, but it hurts to be hot. It hurts to be hot. What can I tell you? I'm only going to get sexier, and nobody's ready for that. Nobody's ready for how sexy I'm gonna get. What else am I looking forward to? Yeah, so body hair and facial hair. When I got on waitlist, I was not excited about that, and that was something that was definitely making me question whether I actually did want to go on testosterone. But I kind of had to overcome this extreme discomfort with accepting that it is something that I'm actually kind of excited for. And now with where I'm at, I don't feel entirely confident the way that I do with other features that I'm really excited for with testosterone, but I'm really excited to have it, you know, like not entirely sure if it's something that I'm going to like physically like on me, and that's just going to be something I'm going to have to see. But I can shave all the time if I don't like it, you know, but like I think the idea of just like having this stubble and like having it be a part of my body, whether or not I choose to express it, is something that gives me a lot of comfort. And I think I probably will enjoy, you know, having a bit of like, I also grew up feeling obviously self-conscious about my body hair because you grow up a girl, especially a Middle Eastern girl, and there is a lot of like insecurity that comes around having body hair. But now got to a point where I realized and unpacked that like it's not that I dislike the body hair that I have. I think it's just that it feels like feminine body hair because it's mostly on like the bottom half of my legs and it only stops at certain points, and like, you know, it feels like it doesn't make sense on my body when I look at masculine bodies with body hair. And it doesn't matter if it's like a lot or a little body hair, but like the placement of the body hair itself and like where it expresses is like something that I'm more excited about. I think it's like the essence and the feeling of having boy body hair and facial hair more than like the look of it that I'm excited for. Bottom growth. Oh, I am so incredibly excited. Now, you know what? Bottom growth is at the top. Bottom growth is at the top. Bottom growth at the top. Voice is second. Facial fat redistribution is third. And I just can't fucking wait. It's crazy. I didn't realize how much bottom dysphoria I had until I started unpacking my transness. And even now, I'm not like insanely dysphoric about it. It's more just like a I wish that it could feel right. What else is there? Oh, muscle mass. I'm about to get ripped. I got muscles already. I'm flexing and I'm about to get super ripped in 2 years. I'm about to be insufferable. Oh my god, I'm about to be insufferable. I'm fucking hungry. It's kind of just like a personal brain dump as like a log right before I go into my second appointment. Something I've been nervous about was because I'm a pole dancer, it feels very comfortable to practice that with a feminine body, particularly the fat around my like butt, my thighs, my hips and stuff. It makes me dysphoric, which is something I only discovered recently. I grew up having this weird feeling around my legs, and I was like, I don't feel like this is something I can call insecurity. I didn't really know how to read it until I realized that like I was actually just I just wanted to shave. Oh my god, yeah, I would like look in the mirror when I was younger and I would like, oh, how would I describe it? I would like try to like shave off a bit of this side in my mental image. Like I would like push it like this and like try and flatten out my thighs and like my hips and stuff. And I was like, I just want to be skinnier. That's like what I would equate it to. I was like, oh, it's just because like I want to look skinnier, and like my legs are muscular and that's not what I want. But babes, it wasn't that, because I don't have a problem with looking muscular. I don't have a problem with like not being dead skinny. Of course, everyone went through a phase when you're younger, growing up a girl, you wanted to be skinny, but like that wasn't the goal. I actually just wanted to look more masculine. Now I know. So yeah, I'm nervous about how my relationship to pole is going to change, particularly my flexibility. I'm pretty sure that I'm hypermobile and I have some pretty dope flexibility because of it, and because I spent a lot of years growing up in dance, and I'm a bit interested and nervous about the way that my flexibility is going to change when my body changes, and like the way that my muscles are shaped, my muscle mass changes, my fat moves around, which is going to be in a while. I really hope that my flexibility doesn't go away because of it. I am nervous about not fucking with facial hair, to be honest. I think it's gonna look good. I think it'll look good on me. I think it'll suit me once I look and sound and give more masculine. But I'm a bit nervous. Like, what if I don't like it? But I think I will. So, it'll be fine. I'm nervous about... There's so many things that I was nervous about through this process, thinking about, oh my god, what about this? What about this? At this point, none of it really matters to me in a way that, like, I know I wouldn't be able to control. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, all that shit just feels so handleable, so surface level, so, like, micro compared to why I'm doing this. That's kind of where my head is at. And, like, all these worries will drift in and out. Every time I think of them, I'm like, babe, like, you'll handle it. There's really no point in, you know, stressing too hard about it. I'll kind of take it as it comes, other than the general nerves of like, you are literally changing your entire fucking body and your hormonal makeup, and you're going to change a lot. So like, yes, that's terrifying. I am quite terrified actually, but the excitement overrides a lot of that. Yeah, so I'll come back when I have done my tea appointment and I do my first shot. I'll come back when I do my first shot. My first tea shot ever. Yay!